If you haven't heard, TEMU is this new app that's been blowing up all over social media for its extremely cheap prices and free items. In fact, they even have a wide selection of gaming equipment for pretty cheap on their site. So in this video, I built an entire gaming setup with only parts that I buy off TEMU. Let's see how it goes. Alright, so the first thing I want to look for when buying this gaming setup is a monitor. So after a little bit of scrolling, I think I came out with this one as the best option because it's 165 Hz and 24 inches. And to accompany my red themed monitor, I'm going to go ahead and go with this black and red keyboard. 60% wired, I guess we're going to see how it is. And of course we can't make a setup without a mouse, so I'm thinking probably this one. And I've been looking around and I was kind of considering this abstract colored one, but I think this one is actually really tough, especially for TEMU. We're also just going to pick up this headset to go with it as well. Alright, so we pretty much have all the peripherals we're going to need for the gaming setup, but now it's time to look at some decorations. And for a decoration, I'm thinking that this LED lamp would look really good, especially with our mouse pad. So yeah, I'll see you guys when this entire order is finally here. Alright you guys, it's been a week or so and our packages are finally here. So we got all of these goodies, and what we're gonna go ahead and do is probably build the setup on this. So let's first remove everything off of this desk. So I'm gonna go ahead and quickly remove everything off of this desk, and that way we can continue with the building. 3, 2, 1. And as you can see, the desk is fully cleaned off and we are ready to start building. So obviously we have this big old huge package, and then we have a smaller one with a lot of the other components that we got. I'm sure you guys can guess what this is. It's literally the hugest thing that we ordered. So in opening the first package, the first thing you're going to probably see is this headset. Now, as you guys can see, this box is pretty damaged, so hopefully there's not any actual issues with the headset itself. Then it comes with our little gaming mouse that we got, and it just says, hey, gaming mouse. Then this was that cool little lamp that we got, so hopefully this is going to be not damaged as well. Then we have that mouse pad that we got, and honestly, this feels pretty good, and hopefully it performs pretty well. And last but not least, we have that gaming keyboard that we got as well. Alright you guys, so this is what the haul is looking like. Obviously we have everything that came in the package, and keep in mind the PC we're going to be using is the one that's in my normal gaming setup, and that's just because I really couldn't find any good PCs on TEMU. They literally only had the mini PCs, and those wouldn't, like, they wouldn't even be able to run any of the games I wanted to show you guys. So yeah, alright, so I guess there's nothing else to do than just unbox everything, so here we go. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm really hoping this monitor works well because it was listed at 165 Hertz and it better be there. As you guys can see, I've literally never heard of this brand, but it's a Redmi. Seems pretty legit. We got HDMI here, we got, you know, headphone jack, and then we have whatever that is. My guess is to put it in like, okay, that seems to work. One thing I thank TEMU for is literally like this Phillips head that's on the edge of this Allen wrench is like the same for both of these huge screw sizes, so thank you so much. I mean, honestly, just from looking at it, like, it's pretty stable, and honestly, the monitor looks pretty decent. Now what we're gonna go ahead and do is lay out this sweet mouse pad that we got. Honestly, the print on it is pretty cool, but it's more like long than it is actually wide. Then we'll add on our keyboard, just probably like, you know, somewhere on there. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm kind of regretting the white mouse, but you know, we're all right. The cable on that's actually pretty sick. And just because it's so cheap, like I was saying, because it's so cheap, I just went ahead and also added my like $8 monitor stand just to go with the setup. Now we can finally take out our 3D looking touchy panel. So I think what we're going to do is just peel this somewhere. I mean, I don't know where to start on this thing, but right here. Oh baby, we got signal, whatever that means. But yeah, we're just gonna flip the PC on and then, you know, check some stuff like the hertz, make sure everything's working properly, and then, yeah. I also have this backlight to go with kind of this like purple, red, theme-ish, you know, we kind of got some dark colors in there as well. We can make it go red, but it's gonna look a lot cooler with the lights turned off, so we'll do that in a little bit. Got my signal and everything, so it looks pretty good. All right, y'all, we got this thing set up and it is booming. This thing is looking clean. And I mean, honestly, this looks pretty legit. If we go to advanced display settings, check this out. We can go up all the way to 165, we're pretty good. As much as this is a brand that I've never heard of, the quality is definitely there. Real quick, I'm gonna give you guys kind of an overview of all the products and how they really work, and more specifically, how well they work. So to be honest, the keyboard actually looks really clean and it doesn't sound too bad. For the price, I would say that this is definitely worth it. It is a membrane keyboard though, as you heard. So that, you know, do as you will with that. The little glass panel over here that has the Hitachi is pretty cool because you can just tap this and change the color. But yeah, it pretty much has every single color that you would use in a setup, and it has even modes that fade through all of the colors. If you guys take a peek at the FPS in the corner, we're rocking about 450 in creative, and that's obviously mainly because of the PC, but the monitor is handling it very well. The mouse is definitely not terrible for, you know, the $6 price range, but the side buttons are super easy to click in, and that makes it really hard to consistently free build. Like just dragging my finger across, it's switching these two. Yeah, it's definitely not too bad, and you could definitely work with it. You just have to get used to making sure you do not click that other button if that's what your bind is. But the main point I really do want to talk about is this monitor that has handled literally everything I've done so far and has looked honestly even better than my main monitor. And that's probably just because this one is a smaller picture frame with 165 hertz, whereas my other one's 27 inches and 144 hertz. But for like $120, this is definitely a monitor you could use for gaming. Borderline competitive. All right, you guys, now that the setup is fully built and tested out, let's just go ahead and reveal the final clips. Thank you so much for watching this far in the video. If you enjoyed, please consider dropping a like and maybe sub, and I'll see you guys in the next one.